Hello and welcome to Burnham Bereavement Cafe online in January. I sometimes think that the start of the new year is a bit of a strange phenomenon, and especially when you're grieving. On the one hand, it's just another tick of the calendar, another set of days. And yet on the other hand, it's a whole new page, a boundary crossed from one year to the other. And many people I know were not sorry to put an end to the year 2020 and to have that year behind them. But for many, this will be the first time that you've entered a new year without your loved one, and that can make it a very painful boundary, an unwelcome boundary. For others of us, the passing of a new year marks yet another year without our loved one in it, and the passing of time can seem to go fast and they can seem further away than ever. We can get the feeling that we're somehow expected to start getting over it, something that no one who's faced the reality of grief and the pain has been known to say, I think. We know that grief ebbs and flows, but it doesn't disappear. The German pastor, Dietrich Bonhoeffer, was imprisoned and later executed by the Nazis, and knowing that his death was imminent, he wrote to his family, acknowledging the pain and loss that they would soon be facing. And his words express something of the desperate reality and the ultimate hope of grief and grieving. I'll read them to you. Bonhoeffer says, "There is nothing that can replace the absence of someone dear to us, nor should anyone attempt to do so. One must simply hold out and endure it. At first that sounds very hard, but at the same time it's also a great comfort. For to the extent that the emptiness truly remains unfilled, one remains connected to the other person through it. It's wrong to say that God fills the emptiness. God in no way fills it, but much more leaves it precisely unfilled, and thus helps us to preserve, even in pain, the authentic relationship. Furthermore, the more beautiful and full the remembrances, the more difficult separation. But gratitude transforms the torment of memory into silent joy. One bears what was lovely in the past, not as a thorn, but as a precious gift deep within, a hidden treasure of which one can always be certain." Well, Bonhoeffer seems to recognise that the pain and loss of bereavement are very, very real, and so is the void that our loved ones leave in our lives. It's real and enduring, and nothing can take away all that we've shared and have been to each other. Not even death can take that away. And ironically, this is what makes grief so very painful. Yet at the same time, it's the relationship, the love that we shared, that's also part of our healing. The memories, the wisdom, the ways of being that we've imbued from our loved ones shape and bring colour into our lives and somehow strengthen us to move forward with a continuing link to our loved ones, whereby the relationship to them is drastically changed, both irrevocably and painfully, but nevertheless endures in our hearts and our souls, even as we continue in our own journey towards the new normal. We live with the paradox of releasing our loved ones to rest in peace, even as we carry them into the new year and beyond and treasure them and all that they have ever meant to us in our hearts and our lives. And so I wish you comfort and great hope in this year and beyond.